Hey guys, Jaxxsin here, and this is my critique and review of Black Ops 3 Call of Duty fucking 89 or whatever the fuck, whatever number it is at this point. Okay, so here's the thing about my review before I get into it, and my critique before I get into it. I didn't buy this game, alright? My brother was kind enough to buy it for me, and I was able to play it with him. So my opinion is objectively going to be different than someone who spent $60 on it, right? It's going to be different, but it's all good. I just wanted to get that out of the way up front so that you guys knew that I was able to play this for free. So my opinion might be a little different than yours, and that's why. Okay, moving on. I'm going to start with what they did right, and then I'm going to get into all the bullshit and stupid things they did fucking wrong. Where they fucked up, they could have made it a lot better, or they could have fucking just like, I don't know, gone for something a little different instead of just more of the same. Okay, first things first. Split screen co-op. That is fucking a huge thing nowadays, alright? They're getting rid of it, you know, even with this, and I'm going to say this as part of my critique for the split screen co-op, although it's something they did right, they fucked up they cut off half the screen, like, there's so much wrong with it, and the FPS dropped during it, and there's issues where the game will almost freeze on you, so, like, They had some issues with the split screen co-op, but like so that you can tell they're still trying to move people away from it and promote that people buy a copy of the game instead of just playing a friend's, which, you know, whatever, but it's there. And that's good that it's there. Like, it should be there. Because friends should be able to come over to your house. And you should be able to fucking, you know, like, I have friends that come over. And it's nice to throw in a game that I don't really give a fuck about, you know, like, and just take turns playing, you know, back and forth. Like, I'll do it with Rocket League, shit like that. And I used to do it with Black Ops 2. I played Black Ops 2, right? So, like, I used to fucking, you know, have lots of friends coming over, and that was the game I'd throw in. That was the game that it was easy for me to say, guys, play this, you know, fucking go 0 and fucking 80. I don't fucking care, you know what I mean? Just kidding, none of my friends are that bad at fucking Black Ops, but you know what I'm saying. You just don't care. It's a fuck around game. But they had split screen co-op. Now, not only did they have split screen co-op within the multiplayer and the zombies, they also had a split screen co-op campaign that is also a 4-player campaign online. So you can have, you know, if your friend's over and fucking, you know, you can have him in your group and you can be playing with another friend in a group with someone at his house and you could all 4 of you be playing. You know, that's fucking pretty cool. Or you could fucking, you know, like, take your system over to a friend's and you could have 4 people, 2 TVs. You know, I love things that, when they do things in video games that fucking encourage playing with people less. I mean more, and playing fucking online less. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? God, I fucking bungled that in my mind. Anyway, that was awesome. Now, the campaign was actually really good. Like, it was fun. It was fucking action-packed. The story, my critique on the story, and probably all Call of Duty stories, aside from, like, the World at War ones, but those are, like, more historical, and I'm a history buff, so, like, being able to play battles that may have really happened, I don't know if they really did. I never fact-checked the fucking Call of Duty World at War games, but either way, like, that was cool and interesting to me. It kind of put you at the time and place, and it was fucking awesome. So I really liked those campaigns. Other than that, though, I never really played any campaigns. I played Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, never played the campaigns. Just usually ended up playing them with friends. So, but with the co-op campaign, it kind of encouraged me to play through it, and I was able to get through the early game, which in these stories, they tend to be very fucking hard to follow in the beginning, because there's like so much like Jaxxsin born fucking smoked crack and fucking jumped in a blender with the fucking villains from James Bond, and fucking all of a sudden, you know, like, there's just so much fucking blah going on but at a certain point when it begins to make sense, and then at a certain point at the end you're like, whoa, that was fucking awesome, you know. And because it's co-op, it's encouraged me to play through it. Actually, I've played through it once, and now I've done playing through it another half of a time. Okay, so like, because of that grip at the end that I was able to get to, because I wasn't playing it by myself, so I wasn't bored, and you know what I mean, like, I was playing it with my brothers. That was really fucking awesome. I enjoyed the campaign a lot. Next up, in what they did right, they added an entirely, okay, so basically what it is it's a reskinned campaign from the main campaign, right? And it's got some of the same cutscenes and things like that. You're going to the same places in the mission areas of the same fucking of the earlier campaign, but now there's a voiceover and it's like your character talking to someone, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but you're kind of retelling the events of something that happens in the main story. And so during this time, it's all during your character's fucking memory, and there's zombies all of a sudden, and it's cool and it's awesome how they explain this, and it's basically it's a zombie campaign that's 4-player co-op. That's fucking cool. That's an awesome thing to add, and it's very simple, and it's just a simple thing that they, probably not that hard of, an undertaking, because they have all the builds and everything. All they have to do is add the zombies and, the voiceover, and you know what I mean, and it's not much difference, but it's entertaining, and it gives you more stuff to do in the game, which more content is good content. Anything more is good, right? And I enjoyed that, and I've played that with my brother a lot, split screen. Like I said, I play a lot of split screen in this game, because I liked playing split screen. It's fucking fun. And that's one thing they did right. Okay, now let's get to multiplayer. Destiny fucking Black Ops 3 got the Destiny reskin. Okay, and there's more than one way. In the campaign, there's a lot of similarities in the campaign of fucking Black Ops 3 and the fucking campaign of Destiny, in fucking environments and like just overall themes and certain things, and you just feel it. It definitely got the fucking Destiny makeover. Okay, and it doesn't show through more anywhere else than it does in multiplayer. Okay, first thing you got up is microtransactions. They're there, and they're stupid. They're to buy a currency called CPP or some such bullshit, and then you fucking unlock fucking treasure chests. Woohoo, slot machines, this is fun, right? Because every fucking game's gotta have a slot machine in it now, because that's how they get money, motherfuckers. They fucking slot machine the fuck out of you, and you never win, and the house always wins, right? The house always wins. Anyway, those are there, and they're dumb. They're there to unlock fucking calling cards, fucking just shit that doesn't matter, right? And you fucking see people in the multiplayer maps, and they've got all these titsed out gear, and you're just like, wow, dude, good for you, bro. Good for you. They're selling emotes, gestures, taunts, things like that. Dumb. Okay, that's one area where it got the reskin of Destiny and so many other fucking games nowadays. Halo 5, fucking pretty much all fucking new games are gonna have these, I guess. They're gonna be everywhere now. Fuck. Good. Alright? But where they got it right with the Destiny touch-up and touch-over was that they added these classes that you play in the multiplayer, and you get a unique skill per class. Like one dude has like a Titan Smash, one chick gets a bow that when you hit them, it shoots them. It's awesome, dude. If you can get a kill with it, it's fucking so satisfying. It's so satisfying. And there's fucking she also has like a vision pulse where she fucking like sends out a wave and it reveals enemy players on your screen. You can see them through walls and shit. So like that's very cool. They added this unique mechanic, but back to my critique, it needed it desperately because the maps are the same old recycled maps that have been in Call of Duty games for fucking ever, right? It's the same basic layout. You get this fucking feeling that you've ran this map at least 3 or 4 500 times, right? And it's at a certain point, it's you have to have something. Either you change the maps or you add a mechanic that keeps me interested, at least for a little while, because otherwise their multiplayer would be desperately awful. Okay, it would be awful because the maps really do start to feel familiar, and that like there's just those people that are going to be in multiplayer that have played every single Call of Duty game to date, that have done no other fucking multiplayer other than that, and they're just gonna shit all over you. Okay, and then eventually you're just like, you start to get the feel of the map, right? And it's fucking, then you're like, Jesus, this feels the same as every other map I've ever played, you know, after a certain point. And you know where everything's gonna be, and where, you know, they added some variations on this through mobility in the environment. Like, they've added like avenues where you can only run through if you have your wall, you know, you do your wall run, or you double jump up on top of stuff. And so it's very cool, but the maps feel the same. I can't explain it any more than that. The layout feels the same. You know, the where you're running, where you're rushing, where people are, like, it feels the same as several other maps that you've already played in previous Black Ops games, previous Call of Duty games. Okay, now that said, you gotta give them respect for adding the zombie campaign. Like, I feel like that was an unnecessary thing that didn't need to be there, that they really didn't need to put in to sell games. Right? They didn't need to throw that in to sell games. Like, it's a Call of Duty game. This is a franchise fucking game. This is a cash game. Okay? This game moves fucking copies. They push this fucking game. They sell these games. They make tons of money off of these games. They're able to drop the price now to $40 some places, $30 others for this game because of how much money they're making on the fucking microtransactions. I guarantee you. That's how they're able to say, okay, well, it's almost Christmas. How do we push more copies? Give it a $20 price cut. You think they could do that if they weren't selling fucking games? Right? So they didn't need to put this in. It wasn't needed to be added. It definitely didn't need to be split screen co-op. It definitely didn't need to be 4-player fucking multiplayer online. Like, they didn't need to do these things, but they did. Right? They did. So, for all the bullshit microtransactions and the stupid fucking goddamn I feel like the maps are the same because they know they're selling to the same people over and over again. And they don't want to fuck with they're worried, and this is what happens when you get a franchise game like this. You're gonna see decisions like this, and this is gonna happen in any form of art when money is the overriding factor. Okay, if it's about money and not about whatever artistic endeavor you're undertaking, then it goes away from being fucking, you know, art, and it becomes a product. Okay? So that's why these maps feel the same, is because they know that if they fuck with that formula that to this date has turned it into a franchise cash motherfucking money, and it might fuck that up. So they don't want to do that. So you're gonna get the same damn fucking thing, you know what I mean? So if you don't like Call of Duty games, this game is not for you. If you like Call of Duty games, this game is made and built for you. And they added a lot of new fucking things to fucking spice it up, and it's a great game. So in my opinion, is it worth $60? Yes, it absolutely is. But I didn't pay $60 for it. I got to play it for free. But I'm able to say that because I have like 2 or 3, 4 friends that bought it for $60, and they will tell you it was worth $60. I got my buddy Mike, he picked up a copy today. He said it's definitely fucking worth. He got it for $40 at GameStop. So they've got a deal on this game at GameStop for $40 right now. And he was like, why not? Fuck it. I'll probably get like $18 for that on a trade-in, you know, anyway. So if I trade it in a week, might as well just check it out. So for $40, he said, fuck yeah, it's worth $40. For $40, I mean, that was the price of the Taken King. Right? There's more content in this than the Taken King. I promise you that. There's more content in this than I would say. No, it's you know, the thing is there's this campaign that's very fun, and it has replayability. Because that's the beginning of the story is very hard to follow, and then at a certain point you can't help but follow it. It becomes fucking awesome. Right? And then at the fucking zombie campaign mode, you turn up the difficulty and it gets crazy. It gets crazy. You get fucking mobbed. So there's replayability there. You know, you know, is it worth the $60? I would say yes. You know, let me know what you guys thought though. Like, if you don't think it is, put it down below, man. If you think this is just a pile of shit, put it down below, man. I don't know. I think it just is what it is, man. It's a fucking product. And it's a pretty entertaining product. It's kind of like a Michael Bay movie, man. They're entertaining once. You know what I mean? despite all the bullshit, man, they're entertaining. They're fucking entertaining. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm out of here. Beware of cash cows, because when the art is gone, the product will suffer. Later, guys. Love you. Let me know below what you thought, and have a kick-ass day.